2015, and I'm standing here with Kingi in front of our 1835 Declaration of Independence flag, Whakaputanga flag. I'm going to ask Kingi here, Taurua, the chief of this marae. We just had meetings today and for tomorrow, that he can ask me any questions of what is relevant to this flag in today's world, and explaining in the whare to the taumata, so that they can have a better understanding from this point of view for the viewers in New Zealand, in the Pacific Islands, and also the world for that matter. We're going to present this flag with our hapu chiefs soon on a journey that is quite unique, in a sense that we need to start using the mana in the flag, and I have some points to refer to in some of the questions he may ask me, and I can just point out some of them as we go along. So, tēnā koutou. Kingi?
Tēnā koutou. I am Kingi Taurua. I am here to ask further questions with regards to issues that I think people are not aware of, and so I think that John may be able to enlighten you as to how and why the flag is so relevant in this particular area. So John, can you explain to the people the relevance of this flag?
Okay, at present the flag has meaning in it that hasn't been expressed to the rest of this country, to the government, on its power, its mana, that we're putting back into this Confederation flag for the chiefs. It hasn't been used for 180 years tomorrow of its flying on land and not on ships, which should have been sailing the oceans in those times, that we are about to fly it on the oceans to trade between countries for the first time, as others may be using it already without our knowledge.
You mentioned the word mana.
Yes.
You mentioned the word mana in regards to the flag.
Yes.
Explain to the people what you mean the mana is flag.
Okay.
The mana in this flag.
The mana in the flag that King William IV gave us in 1835 for the chiefs of Ngāpuhi was that they had free passage through the world to trade in commerce with the Bank of England power notes at that period of time, that King Tawhio in 1888, that period of time as well, was instrumental in some of the mana in this flag flying. The mana of the flag was its ability for our chiefs to fly it on ships, trade between America, South America, Australia and Britain to New Zealand and other parts of the world, and that was the mana was used in. The mana taken out of it was when the government in Wellington got to the 1840 treaty, usurped the power and the mana of the flag for their 1840 treaty here on the grounds in Waitangi, and it got shifted from Te Marae of the Te out in Te Ngaire in the area of Matari Bay here onto this marae to make the commercial part of it work for the government's benefit and not so much the hapu. So the government in Wellington put the flag into the cabinet and locked it up and carried on with the 1902 Union Jack flag as their sovereignty, when this was a sovereignty in the first place. It still is. Unbroken continuity of sovereignty of mana that's still ours to England, to the King, but the government here has disbanded it into their cabinet and took the mana out of it for themselves.
You know, relevance, we talk about this word relevance. Was it how it was relevant way back in that time, 1835 onwards? How is it so relevant now?
It's relevant now because we're starting to wake up to think how or who has been using it without our knowledge and making lots of money. It's great as it is, and this country had to get its mana from somewhere. So Queen Elizabeth has been the Queen, head of the state country, and she got her mana from Queen Victoria, and she got her mana from King William IV back to her. So the mana has changed hands all the way through and changed the concept that we're going straight back to the King because the Queen has gone into the EU Parliament and sold the sovereignty, England, Wales, Ireland, Scotland, into the EU Parliament and left only Hanover in England with the mana there. And that's where we connect it back up to the hapu and liven it up.
Obviously, this flag now is used extensively by other countries, by other denominations. Would that be right?
In a way, they are usurping, yes, to ship around the world. It's the only powerful flag in the world that has the ability to traverse the whole globe with these 4-point stars, the sea of Admiralty, and the four corners of the earth. Ngā hau e whā, or ngā tue e wā, to take the flag and its trade. Somebody's using it all around the world. It'll have to be one of the King George's families that are using it. And it'll have to be King George the First, the Second, the Fifth, and the Sixth.
You talked about somebody using this flag.
Yes.
Explain that further.
Okay.
What do you mean? People are using it.
Okay, John Key and his government, preceding governments before that, have put this flag away in the cabinet, and they had to get the Admiralty mortgage liens, which this is. This is the only mortgage lien flag in the world that can create bank loans. They continued to use it and usurp the Maori iwi tribe they created to use this flag without the hapu. No, it's a hapu king flag, commerce, king, common law flag. So they use the Queen other laws and the Vatican laws of the UCC, Admiralty, common law, canon law, civil law, and courier law. All those laws in this flag, which is King William IV was Catholic person. And that side, and German on the other side.
Now, to explain further about the Pope.
Okay, the Pope has an interest, a financial interest in this flag, indirectly because the Queen has said you can use the mana in Queen Victoria, side of her uncle, King William IV, flag, Admiralty, straight Admiral, and they are Vice Admiral on the Queen Victoria side and Queen Elizabeth side has been Vice Admirals, or same as Prince Philip is Admiral of sorts, that's not real. But they still using the red cross part of the 8 kings. The kings I just said, there's 8 of them. And in this corner, there's 4. 4 is King George III, who took over America, South Africa, the Boer War, India, East India. It's this one. Because King William took over from King William IV, from King William III, back into the King George III, 1766 opening of commerce in America. So now the Queen owns America. You wonder where she's getting the money from. Straight out this Red Cross England flag, sovereigns of somebody, thingy, somebody, and this is a contract to the Hapu chiefs. That's what I'm saying. They're still using this Red Cross, and because the British flag is fragmented, Scotland going to go and it'll be the old Wales and England again, thingy. And that's what I'm saying about these 4 kings. King George III, the father of King George IV, King William IV, and King Ernest Augustus I, the 3 brothers, and the King George is the emperor. The Roman emperor of Rome and the British emperor. And this the Rome emperor.
Okay.
That's the Roman Emperor of the 4 of the 8 kings of the 8 points. 1 here in Queen Victoria, 7 waka. It's got several things, and also the 8 points of the St. Patrick's Order, King William, St. Patrick's Irish Order, the New World Order.
Tell me something. You mentioned about England and Wales and other countries and Irish. Tell me. Is that flag still relevant to England, or have they got it hidden in a cupboard also?
No.
Or are you going there?
No, it's sitting silent, part now. They made him silent. They made the King's Bench court in the courts everywhere over the world, where the Queen has taken their flag and traversed the world on P&O, on Source Havel, on Ocean Monarch ships, on the Spirit of Adventure ship that's sailing over here with the young people on. So it is relevant that this flag has been usurped. The word put, usurped of its mana, that we're putting back the mana of us chiefs in it.
Are you going to put it back in England, or are you going to go to England?
No, I didn't do it here. I was doing it on Cook Street.
Okay.
I was doing it on Cook Street as one piece of land equals 66 million acres of land in the world, in the commerce world.
You mentioned going back to England. You're going to England.
Yeah.
Now, what are you going there for?
I'm going to Devonport in England, in Plymouth, where everybody sails around the world on Admiralty. The people in here are so ignorant in New Zealand that they got here on their flag of Admiralty. The only flag with a bank loan and liens to mortgage the land. To make money, they had to have a mortgage over the birth certificate, birth certificate, to make money to pay benefits and things, and roads and things from Crown. They call the Queen head of the Crown, above the judge's head. She's gone now. She's gone, Kingi, into the EU Parliament. Everybody knows she's gone there, but physically in body, she's still in England. So there's a conflict of interest with this flag lying still in the cupboard, in the cabinet in Wellington, and I think it has been given back to Ngāpuhi, and somebody up here has given the mana away and put that big flag somewhere in the cabinet up here. So that's what I'm suspecting. Someone was working with TPPA and with the spy people to Yutamana. I'm suspecting that what I saw in there, they're doing exactly the same thing. You know who I'm talking about.
TPPA.
Yeah.
Talk to me about TPPA.
TPPA, Trans-Pacific Partnership, is 12 countries who have ascertained the value of the Pacific 200-mile zone around New Zealand at 34 trillion. $34 trillion. Now they want it. Dead or alive. They want that title of the Pacific and a flag of their own to claim the country and get rid of the treaty and get rid of everything Maori, because they created the word Maori and all the copyrights to the Maori documents and the Maori land court and the Maori everything. So that's why the Pope demolished, destroyed all those laws I just told you, and he's come out with a new law that this government is ignorant to use.
I have to question about the Pope. What happens if an Anglican doesn't believe in the Pope, in what the Pope is doing?
Okay, this is what happened. When the Queen took and signed up with the Pope in the church, the two churches, the Catholic Church and the Church of England, they went to sign the documents together. The church in 2012 slid across the road in Parnell and parked itself, the Catholic Church parked itself beside the Queen, the Church of England. The two churches joined is a convenience of marriage, and they put it on their documents as being a partnership with their New World Order, where the Pope said to the Queen, I will drop you off, I will take my army of 193 countries in the world. They signed with Obama, and he says, right, that's my new army, I can do what I like. And the Queen says, I've got my money out of this flag and everything, and I'm going to the EU Parliament closer to Germany and away from where all the rubbish is in Westminster. Okay, to England consists of going there with the consent from the people here, and the Titi Marae, the chief, signing the law saying to this one, it's finished. I'm just coming here to say hello and go, because I haven't gone yet. It was timely to go there at the right time when Putin is smashing the ISIS and all this thing to make more business and war. And I'm going there to patch it all up in England from Devon, the start point is in Devonport, Naval Base, the King William Yard. I went to Tingae in Atari Bay to go to the start point over here and videoed it under the tree, under the Pohutukawa tree. So I can take that and collate it, give it to the taumata, they give it to the taumata here. Before I go, all these things got to be in place. It must come back from the beginning, through here, then off to England, back to the start point where everybody went on this Admiralty, Bangla. When they left, they pre-bought land in New Zealand from Britain. And they did the same thing in Australia, pre-bought land from New Zealand under the New South Wales title. So you've got two different things going on here. The consent or no consent of sovereignty from Australia to sell land over here without getting sovereignty for this land. Had no sovereignty before this. You see, so I'm going back to the start point from the start here.
What makes you think that they will listen to you?
Public opinion, okay? Public opinion and more popularity in something real. If it looks real, if it sounds real, be real, and that's what I'm doing with these. To make this live, one native, like John Key goes overseas and signs this whole country away, one man. It's only going to take one man to go there and convince those people online. We have a big following here. Lots of people and white people love this story.
Well, talk to me about your Facebook. Apparently you've got it all on Facebook.
Yes.
Everything's on Facebook.
Yeah.
Now talk to me about that. Is there a possibility that your Facebook can be...
I've been waiting for it to disappear, but it seems to be stuck there all the time. And it's very much evidence that's admissible in the High Court of Admiralty in London. It's already there, the case on Cook Street, but over here they don't accept it in the court. It's too true. They don't like honesty here. So what we're trying to do is act like we are crook to catch a crook in the court, okay? Stealing land or crime of some jurisdiction. And that's what I'm going to use the jurisdiction in the courts to capture me a little crook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You really think that you're sincere?
Yes, very confident.
What makes you so confident?
I've been at it too long, Kingi. I've been at it too long. Coming here all the time, have a look, check everybody's documents. They've got nice documents. They come here, Kingi, they go past your eyes. And I'm still waiting for one of them to kick in. It's either that one, or that one.
Yeah.
Big, this big, this big. Up, this big. Big trumpet, not this one. Big trumpet, same words that the chief is bringing inside to go and do it. And tell the mother, if they can get a little bit of it this way, if they say yes, I already said yes to me, I'm still here. I should have been gone.
Oh, tell me something. Is that a big job, bigger opportunity to plant this seed, this idea into the hearts and the minds of these people?
No, it takes a long time to teach an old dog or new tricks or new tricks to a new dog or a new person. This much knowledge and this much global. You haven't tried it before, trying to go out in the global war without a plan. You must have a plan. You must have a government. We have a Commonwealth government ready to go under this. Online for everybody to see. There's more people overseas watching this that know why aren't the Maoris doing something with it? Why don't they listen to something as logic and free to anybody who can do it? It's free, Kingi, it's all online. That's why I put it there on 62 sites to see who can pick it up. Yeah.
Have you got anything else to say to the people listening here in regards to the whole issue?
Well, we got viewers because we're getting used to doing interviews from a chief's point of view on land, especially Maori land, native land, all over the world. This is indigenous, affecting all lands that have been taken this way through Admiralty. Admiralty is the beast that has captured all the wealth, all the resources, all the kauri trees, all the taurangas, everything has been this monster. All I'm doing is going to drive this thing to England and go and sit with the people over there. It's the people who have got worse off from this time to now in any country that has been affected by what the Queen has done and with this flag. Believe it or not, it's this flag. That's the only trading bank commercial flag of a contract, commercial contract, private contract between me and the other person, the king and the chief. No one else. Okay? There's no third parties in this. That's what I'm doing on Cook Street. The police jumped in as third parties when they had none of their business. So well, that's how we're dealing with things now, because the Pope says, get your land back. I read those things out in there of what he said. Do that. He said do that. So he's telling everybody, well, this guy here and there is doing the same thing. He's picked up the ball and he's running with it. But big question, Kingi, if you don't know mortgages and banks, you're not familiar with how this works in that world, with the right titles to the land, they won't look at it if it's got the wrong names on it, from the right people. Even if you get a consent, they're going to run over it, Kingi. They're going to check everything on it. You see, who are you? What is your name? What jurisdiction do you have? What sovereignty have you got? And whose authority? Is it for 5% of Maori, or is it 75% of Maori, what it should be? It's going to take a long time to get 75% of Maoris behind a concept. It's a hard sell. We hard sell. Yeah? It's a one-man band. There's lots of people. I wish I had that many people, King. I've got the boys now. I've got the marshals. That's the first time me and this boy has had some support of someone understanding this story from Matari Bay, Auckland, not from down the East Coast, from up this way. Because I always come here all the time. You know me, for a long time coming here. And it goes in one ear and out the other. You don't see it from a judge's point of view, from a lawyer's point of view, and from a private prosecutor's point of view. Now, that's what I'm telling these boys. Learn to be a private prosecutor, learn to be the judge, and the sheriff, and the marshal, and do what they do. That's what they're doing to us. They're using those laws on us of how to get some property of anyone.
Yeah.
And we're an example. We had to sacrifice ourselves getting arrested. Right? Going to prison for the first time. Right? Freaked me out. But hey, we only went there to put ourselves up, put our hand up and see who calls somebody terrorist or gangster. Right? The label straight away. Okay? So we took that in good heart, because we went there, we told the police we were going to do that, we told everybody we were going to do that, and that was the result. That's their interpretation. At the end of the day, the people who put up a fight are going to be the helpless victims. Yeah, they're picked on the wrong people. Not with these authorities I've got on my shoulder. I can explain it if you like.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Okay, this one here, this coat of arms is the 8 kings on this bar, of King William at the top, Hanover. This is only in the commercial side of King. We got King Edward, Lion in the Queen Kingi on your side. So, but I'm only talking about that king. So this one is the 8 kings. King George the First, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, King William the 4th, and King Ernest Augustus the 1st. That's the most kings in one shot that has all that period of time, right back to 1766, further back, and back to William the Conqueror. So they've been conquering. You know the football, in the thing on the rugby gets, yeah, the Conqueror is still conquering. William was there. You see that? Prince William was standing there, the conqueror of the rugby ball, and the 2 Moai statues. That is our memorial that they pinched the mana out of that too. Okay? 2 manas, this mana, that mana, and the king. They pinched it, then they're making money out of it. They're still doing it to us. And mirror our native whakapapa.
Okay. Now, you appeared in court.
Yeah.
What did you think of how the case was done inside court? Was there sympathy toward the kaupapa you're doing with the flag and all that kind of thing?
I think the judge knew what we were going to say, because he, after reading what we had written in the prison on the back of the forms that they gave us to appear, then he says to me, "Where do you get your authority from?" And you know, Kingi, that fellow over there, he's sitting over there, Kingi. Yeah, he's the chief up there that gave me the authority, okay? And I said, and the Pope too, and the Pope. He just said this. You got no trust. You know, you've not heard it. You got no trust, and you got no corporations to operate your trust. And you're taking money out of my bank account with your trust. And I have issues over that. And he says, "Well, we made a deal, Mr. Wanoa." I said, "Objection, Your Honour. Objection. I have issues about the bond. Because you're not allowed to do that. Because Pope said, take it off him. Take it off the judge and libel him. Libel him one by one. Libel him. Right? So he knows there's a problem. There's a problem, Kingi. And he says, "Oh, you can take," I said, "I have an issue with the bond." He said, "Well, you can take it out on the bondholder." So he wiped his hands off and said, "I'm only here to adjudicate." And it appears that I've read your things, Kingi, and he says, "I find you both innocent." Innocent. Nobody's injured. No one's injured between two ships. They call it ships. Ships, okay? Ships. All ships make money, okay? Money. And so two ships tied in a dock at the same time, and the judge's ship, he's captain. That's unusual, very unusual. I rang the courts later and asked them, how come there's two ships in berth? Anyway, he says to John, where do you get your authority from? And John says, "Oh, I get mine from the King of Hawaii." And he says, the judge, Fraser, says, "Grant, Fraser." Okay, I know their name because I'm putting it on Facebook. I'm going to put their Facebook, everything. And I'm going to show them how to do a case successfully on Facebook before I go there. Okay, so the judge has no new information because we've exhausted it and let the public know. So anyway, the judge says, "Okay, you get your mana from there." So John, the other John, and they, okay. So he went away, came back, and then he says, "Well, I've made my deliberations. I find you both innocent, but the police have issues about you going out on bail. They want you kept in custody." So that created a crime, King. It created a criminal construct of them making money out of me through the bond to let me go. Right? Pay the bond, you can go out of prison. If you don't come back on the court day, 17th, we'll bill you against your bank account and your bond birth certificate. Okay? So they thieved my name. I have to catch them doing it to me, to injure me. A police, not the landowners or those people in the office. They didn't complain about me. It was the police that drew a case against me to make money for their bank. Right? And the court's trust is called Auckland District Court. Okay? That's their corporate company where the money goes from my bank account. And they put my name, the judge, the registrar is the crown that make the name into a capital to make the money, okay, from my bank account. Okay? So they forge it and give it to the police. The police detective arrested me in my house key. They arrested me, my property, which is my body, and took me in a handcuff. They also confiscated and arrested my shirt with the king on it and the Pope. So I said, oh, you're stealing the Pope and the King authority from me. And you're going to take it for evidence in my court hearing. See? So I thought, oh, that's a good idea. So you bring that up in court, I can use it against you. See? So the police detective, only a constable can arrest you, not a detective. See, they're breaking all the rules, King. No handle on the Bible, no opening of a court hearing, just straight into the judge. Right? You see, it's not conventional. The way they're running the court was straight into it. No Bible, no nothing, no belief, no. They have nobody to swear to. There's no queen to swear to. You see what I mean? And we have a king to swear to. We swear to the king. That's what I say, and God. Huh? That's what it amounts to. I'm going back prepared to stand behind the bar and cut the rope some more, because the Pope says, cut the rope and let them go back in the sea, 200 miles out. And whoever opens their mouth, King, whoever opens their mouth and talks to me, it'll be either the judge, the police prosecutor, or the registrar. One of those are going to open their mouth. As soon as they open their mouth, I'm going straight into them. It'll be, from the last hearing, it'll be the police prosecutor, the detective. It has to be the detective that arrested me in my shirt. They confiscated property here and property here, me. Right? He illegally forged my name to get money out of my bank for their bank. That's a crime. All I do is catch them. Catch them.
Obviously, you've got some people who are so
yeah, we have Matt Taylor. He's the leader of the SOS party in Brighton. So he's taking over the Moai King William party. Over there, it's already ready to go. And all he has to do is change the name. And we'll be in Westminster. Okay, so we're going to set up a government, parliament, commonwealth on King William's property in Devon, England, Plymouth. Okay? We're going straight to his own property, where his estate still is. And because under the Salic law of the King of England and Westminster, it is forbidden for women to succeed to those four kings' throne. Okay? So now the Queen has vacated, abandoned ship, gone to the EU Parliament, it's left vacant trust. The Queen Victoria Trust, that's what I said to that lady in there. The lady, I said to her, 1858 was the Queen Victoria Trust. She didn't mention it because she's got the document. That's why that other man, Charlie, wanted her in them because of the trust. Now you watch that he doesn't hook her in. I think she's too wise for that.
I'm not interested.
Okay. So that's what happened with her, why I like her. She used to want to whack my head off with her papu, but now she's my friend. I got lots of friends around the world that are like the story. The more popular the story is, the more believable. It's belief. That's what I go on. Not an empty tank, but belief tank.
In closing, what
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to say something. I've got a lot of things there. If you want more questions, I can just point one or two out. But if you think it's enough for today...
I don't need to ask a question, you tell me.
Oh, okay, I'm going to tell Kingi one or two things. It goes like this. I just want to visit up to the 26th, 27th, 28th of October 2015 on a nice, glorious day here at Titi Marae Waitangi, Kingi Taurua's marae. He's the taumata here. So these are just some of the things, some of the issues that we don't have to talk about. I just want to mention, okay? I'm going to rattle them off. Prince Charles visit. Oh, answer your phone. I'll just carry on talking while you answer the phone. He's got our visitor, and so I'll just carry on. Prince Charles, number one. Prince Charles, the agenda I had for today to talk in such a short time was Prince Charles' visit for the New World Order and Queen, his grandmother, is visiting New Zealand, more than likely to take this flag. And I've said that he might use the spirit of adventure ship where the young kids train on to use the Admiralty and their documents on that ship on the water. Now, be aware of that, what I'm saying, because I'm only going to say it once. Awaroa Bank adopted the 21-gun salute, Mahia, flying on the Waka. Okay, so that's another story. British military, UK, has an obligation to protect us. We have no military here because Helen Clark got rid of it, and the Air Force and everything. So we are obligated from Britain to come with us. We'll flicker the pound notes and pay the military to come here with a Tawhio pound note inside what we're going to England for. So we're going to debtor the Queen side with the King side with the pound note. Okay, that's the short end of it. The British military is obligation to protect us, right? Flag, Confederation, explain the King's shirt. This shirt, I'll just explain quickly. This side is the 8 kings, 8-point star, 8 kings. King William the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, King William the 4th, and King Ernest Augustus the 1st. So that's the 8 kings as the Emperor of Britain and Rome. Then we've got this one, the Hanover, King of Hanover, in Devon, where I'm going in England with this flag to put it up on King William's land and claim back the, the Commerce Bank Trading Authority. As there's no king there, I put a king, Ernest Augustus I. He's 66, put him back as King of England because the Queen's gone, she's gone. And they'll have a problem trying to get her abdicate her to Prince Charles. So I'm jumping ahead to Prince Charles to whop this up over there and patch Britain up, the whole Britain. So we've got British monarch king back to from the Queen in default of leaving Westminster and going into EU Parliament. Everything goes back to the king by default. That's what I'm pushing across. Maui is Tahiti Mana Whenua, Mana in Britain, UK, in the Great Court of London, Great Court of Queen Elizabeth's Great Court. The Maui statue is standing in there. That's our Tahitian memorial stone to the Maoris in the whole of the Pacific and the world. So the four corners of the earth, the Commonwealth government under Maui, King William IV is a go in the real life today. So then we've got Prince William take the King William IV flag. The Antichrist is Prince William, and Antichrist New World Order is starting to creep in here. And under the rugby, you saw the two Moais in the rugby opening cup game. The two Moais came out of the ground, the devil came out of the ground, and the portals and the Vatican and all the churches are demolished, and a new world order appeared with the football kicked up and came down as a meteorite and turned into a Moai, and then the Moais covered with the flags of Ireland and England. So that's what I'm going about. This 8-point star is Ireland. 8-point St. Patrick's Order is the New World Order. That's what they're using for the New World Order. The Irish, the worst ones out of commerce. Commerce, they took advantage of commerce. So we've got New World Order. Pope destroys the trust in corporations on the 1st of September 2013 to the 26th of September 2015. The corporation trusts have disappeared. I'm just explaining some of these.
Yeah.
So then we go on to, that was just the Pope did that inside this flag. So the CIB says the government is slow to implement the New World Order laws from September the 1st, 2013. They have failed so far, but we're not going to use it in our court hearing. We're not going to use the New World Order in our court hearing. We're only going to use the Crimes Act, 1961, Section 91, 1 bar, against the policewoman or the registrar or the judge to put that act back on them to build them for the crime they just committed on me and my person. Okay? That's the trick. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Yeah, okay, he got it. He got it. He got it. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I'm quite clear about it.
Okay, well, that's how you start getting things back into the mana.
But that's
Yes, yeah. That all adds up. Why there's some sneaky things going on in the country right now. Why the visit of Prince Charles? Yeah, so that's creeping in. Like how they go and sign things and then go, like a seagull, come, drop, go. Okay. So then we've got the King's Law, Common Law. That's the King's Law, Common Law. Back to the Common Law, Kingi, because the other laws are demolished. They'll go back to the old laws of the native or anything you can apply to the land. We have to start doing it. We have to start doing it now. We've got a way to do it, the other's got another way of doing it, but I like this way. Okay? We have to inform and educate. Inform, educate. Okay? Tell the taumata, you got it. Okay? So they must know. Then we've got default monarch to the king. With the Queen going, it defaults back to the king of the monarch in Westminster. They're demolishing Westminster, as you can see, Cameron is pulling the bits with the pedophiles, all the things going. They want to get rid of it and hide the fraud of all that wealth and the trust. The 1.2 million tonnes of gold in the Queen Victoria Trust that's been shipped around under the admirals in the ships. Okay, so what? While I'm thinking about it, what we're going to do is use a pound note that we've fashioned because we have a right to print it. Okay, under this contract, because of the king. He created the acts of the pound note to print, and he created the acts of Westminster, the Bank of England. He created it for us to use. Okay, so it's there because King Taurua is proof that he had a pound note, but he couldn't have money to compete with the BNZ and the rest of it that came after. From the Awaroa Bank, the Maori Awaroa Bank, to the Akaroa Bank, to the BNZ, and Muldoon bankrupted that lot, and then went into the League of Nations, and then it went from the League of Nations to the World Bank King. From the Queen side, then the Serengeti Trust and the Vatican side on his side. So you had the two superpowers, Queen and Vatican, operating two businesses under Admiralty, because the Pope doesn't have his Admiralty of his own to sail around the world free passage. The Queen doesn't have free passage through the world. Hang on, movie. After. Someone wants to ask a question. That's all right, that's fine. We're trying to be crowded. Yeah, afterwards.
Yeah.
So.
Put him to ask a question while he's
Oh, yeah, okay. Ask a question. Yeah? International what?
Provident Fund.
Yes.
This is a question. This is
Yes.
a question. This is a question off the ground.
Yeah.
A person's asking a question about
Yes.
national.
Any
Provident Fund.
corporations, yes, because the Pope created the laws of UCC and the canon law and the civil laws in the courts and Admiralty law to make those work. All the corporations make that work. Okay? Yeah, back to this. At that time, only 1830 to 1837, we are only using those laws to hang somebody with a sheriff's order. If you've got a sheriff's badge, now in America, you can arrest federal state, which is owned by the Queen. They are going around arresting them with the sheriff badge. Okay, so we're doing the same as America because the Queen indirectly owns America. Indirectly owns America because of King George III. Okay, down that line, back to King William. Right back to who created the acts from 1830 to 1837 was this guy. Okay, so we got introduction of the sheriff marshals to New Zealand and the hapu, directly to the hapu, and their title, contract. Contract gives them the right to pick it up with all this on, right? All this on, and stand up in the court. I'm going to stand up in the court and challenge the judge from this side of the bar and make him jump back in the sea. Okay? That's logic. That's logic because he's rammed his boat on our land, forced entry, using this. Now the Queen's gone, he should have gone. The Pope said, get rid of them so we can bring in a new world order. And this, we are the new world order. That's what I'm telling the Pope and everybody. We are the new world order because that's our 8 point. You know who's wearing the 8 point? Prince Charles and guess who? Jerry Mataparai, Governor General, is wearing the 8 points. Okay, so they are stealing our thunder. Kingi, and putting the money somewhere else of our financial interests and investments in land and every single property is going the other way. And we don't get any cut out of it, much other than fighting in the court and the tribunal to get something out of a land they say you sold it. You can't sell the land, Kingi, under this. We're taking the mortgages out of the land and billing them with a pound note, okay? There's a levy debtor instrument. We are allowed to do that legally and lawfully.
Using the substance.
Yeah, chopsticks, yeah. So, world control, Maori 8-point star, Irish 5, Irish Patrick, St. Patrick's. Law is government of the day to control. The laws,
Who is the Māori trustee?
oh, the marriage trustees is
Act.
the marriage trustees is the illegal owners that the Pope said get rid of them. He just said that, get rid of them because they're not the real owners. It's got to go back. You have to use your own native law or common law, one of those two, because the Pope says, I've taken my laws away, I've signed with Obama on the Queen's land in America, in New York. Prince William went there and demolished the Admiralty Court so that they had no power but the sheriffs in America, which comes to either the Queen or the King. In America, it's the Queen. In England, no Queen. In America, new Queen. Old Queen, new Queen. Operating from America under her great ancestor, King George III. Okay? So it's all like money, Kingi. It's from these things that I just had to tell it this way in front of the tomato, in front of you, in the front of the sun. And so you got a better idea. Trillion. Yeah. You can write what you want on a pound note. How much, Kingi, shall we write against John King? What do you reckon he's worth? So those are the things we can put a price on anything when you got control. We have to get control of something they've got control of illegally or not legitimate. Not legitimate. They have changed the rules, changed the whole perception of things, but people are still stuck in the what's still strutting around England. It's ignorance. It's built on ignorance. Yeah. So the hapu needs 75% of the Maori before it can govern. So it's going to take quite some time, Kingi. By then, there'll be some ships out here with black tar on it. And TPP, if John Key gets his way. So we have to get out there and get a ship or something with a flag on it, Kingi, because that spirit of adventure to train the young Maoris to put on there. But guess what's happening in the captain's cabin? Documents of everything. You can pick it. The flag is flying on the top of that ship. And our mate in there must have something to do with it, Kingi. And someone's giving away the mana on his marae. It's giving away the mana of just what I'm saying. Somebody wants the bonds. When you start talking about bonds, ding, 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 the bells start ringing. Okay, I'm just warning people, the bell's ringing, and watch who talks like that, right? Watch who talks about bonds and finance and how to make money by collecting people. I don't need to collect people. You know why? Because it's worldwide. This is worldwide, not just here. It's worldwide. We're getting a bunch of people around the world to jump in with this lot. Okay, so that's how we do it. That's how we do it. So I'll push on. We get more. We haven't got enough Maoris for a start. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You have enough trouble finding how many percent. Blue eyes, yeah. Paniora, yeah. Okay. Or Albania. But like me, I'm 50% Tahitian and 10% Raro Mummy. Okay. Keep the kaupapa, he says. And not interested in my mum. Okay? And that other woman in there. I was gonna say to that woman, oh, can you marry me? And they want to give me my time, just to make her happy. Okay, right, here we go. Now we go to the world is now controlled by more superpowers. Of the 193 countries who just signed with Obama, it's evil, Kingi. this is the devil. This is a devil flag that we have to act the devil. I only need one devil. I'm going to go as the devil, okay? I'm not going to wear any hoodies. I'm just going to go as the devil to beat the devil or join the devil and find out what that ticks their brain. Okay, so we have to do that in order to compete. We have to compete on that level of intelligence. Okay, not halfway. On that big plane of that 4-point star in the world on Admiral, okay? While it's still there. If they get rid of the Admiralty, we're gone. If we don't take this now on the Admiralty, it's gone. Because once they get rid of Westminster, which is what they're trying to do, then our flags will go with it, okay? Not long to go. That's the reason why I'm going to England. Hapu, King George III started the USA in 1766, then King William IV, okay? Maori is an invention of the Crown copyright patent, the words. Iwi, they can make you jump as high as you like, any way they want, and switch you off too. Yeah, that's the problem of Maori corporations. And Te Ture Whenua is a separate contract to Westminster. The Te Ture Whenua is corrupted. It corrupted the Maori corporations as well as the Crown. They don't care. They don't care. Yeah, so something has to be done about that. Now, we go on to the population. Population as per world domination of the flag. Our percentage on a world basis to compete for the resources in the ocean. Yeah. So what I mean in population of land space, of what's there, what's vacant left, or what's valuable. They value the land, and it's hard to remove titles and property off it. And you try to do that in Queenstown or Auckland. You'll have a battle on your hands to try and even get Cook Street, for that matter. We're battling up against their heartbeat business. We're going into the New Zealand Business Roundtable in their business in Auckland, and they don't like it. They don't like what we do. Okay? Tough. So we've got